Hey guys, James here, and welcome to the next installment on my channel here at Forex Journey with James. In this week's episode, I'm going to be starting a new series for this channel, which I will put into a playlist as well, but it's going to be tailored towards beginners and those that are looking to get started in Forex trading. So I'll be starting off with the very basics, and we're going to build on it with each new episode, which I probably will drop more frequently than the once a week I have been doing so far, just so that you've got the videos there to be able to watch and refer to. As part of this channel, I want to document my journey, give back to you guys as well, but I want you to be able to have the complete experience, so to have everything you could possibly need to get started in Forex trading through this channel. So to get started in Forex trading, you're going to need three main elements, which I'm going to cover in this next three-part series. So the first you're going to need is a charting software, somewhere where you can visually see the currency pairs, how they're moving, so that you can identify opportunities in the market that you want to take advantage of. The second part is a broker, so where you're actually going to execute the trades, what the different order types are and how to execute them. And the third part is going to be a strategy. There are many ways to make money in Forex trading, and what you're going to need is a solid strategy with proven results. So what I'm going to be diving into today is the first of the three topics, so the charting software, and we're going to dive straight in right from the off, but I'm going to take it back from the very basics, so right from the very beginning. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to come over to your internet browser, and you're going to search for tradingview.com, and it's going to bring you along to this page. Now there's lots of different plans that you can go through and select, and they all have increased and added benefits to them. Now I won't go through them all. You can have a look and see what's going to be kind of suited for yourself, but I would recommend, just in the first instance, until you get used to it, you can sign up for this completely free, and then you can figure out, depending on what strategy you come to use, as to what's going to be the best chart for you. Obviously, the higher up you go, the more features that it has, the more data that you'll be able to have, which will become important down the line for when it comes to testing a strategy that you've picked out. But there's no need for any cost whatsoever in the first instance. You just want to get used to navigating around the software itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and click on here to sign up and take you exactly through the process. So once we've got our email and a password, we're going to go to create account. So it's going to ask us to verify our email. We can see here, TradingView, confirm your email address. So we're going to click activate account, and we're in. Can read and agree. We don't need marketing emails or special offers. Yes, we do want that. Then they send you emails with different percentage deductions based on the account size that you're going for. I'm just going to click on next. So now that we've signed up, we've got the basic account. At the moment, it's going to give you an option to try upgraded accounts free for 30 days, and then with that they'll send you through offers for certain percentage discounts as well. But first I would just get acquainted using the free level, just to get acquainted with the charts and what you're looking at. So we're going to come up here to product and super charts, and this is what it's going to bring you to in the first instance. So just navigating our way through what we can see. First of all, you've got the standard charts. So these are all candlesticks that we're going to see for any price, any currency pair or stock that you're looking at. Now when you first open, you're going to have all of these on your watch list, which you can just minimize here, and you can bring it out. And you can see that you have a watch list with some currency pairs, some crypto, futures, stocks and indices. In all honesty, you can go ahead and just delete all of those off. Get rid of that so we can completely empty it. We can minimize that, we don't need to see that. So we're going to come up to here and click on add symbol. And here's where you're going to be able to look at adding your currency pairs that you're looking to trade. So we're going to come along into Forex, and it's going to bring you to the most popular, or you can search for them. Obviously for the Euro US dollar, you're going to type in EUR USD. We can see it here at the top, so we can go ahead and add that. Now, these are brokers, and it does give you a different option. So if I type in EUR USD, which denotes the Euro US dollar, so it's going to give you a list of different brokers that you can select to see their chart, and this is essentially is their broker feed. And the one that I like to use is the FXCM chart. So we're going to go ahead and add that to our list. And that's it. I'm not going to look to add any other pairs at this moment in time, simply because when you're getting into trading, you simply just want to focus on one single pair and get yourself acquainted with everything and how price moves, so on and so forth, with just one single pair. So now I need to kind of clean up the chart, so I'm just going to minimize this watch list for now. We've got what we need. We're going to come onto here, and if you just click, so this is an actual, it's an indicator which you can see in this top corner here. You can hide it, you can show it, you can go into the settings and tweak it if needed. You can simply click on it down here and select backspace or delete, and it will simply remove it off. So the next thing we want to look at, just to clean up the charts, is we're going to, if you click on the candlesticks and double click it, so we can now customize pretty much everything surrounding this chart. So there's a few things that I like to kind of work through just to clean up the charts, and it's going to be completely depending on what sort of a background that you want to have, whether you want to have a light theme, a dark theme, or kind of somewhere in between. Entirely up to your preference, and this is where you can have a bit of fun in playing around. But whatever it is that you do go with on the background, you want to get rid of these grid lines that we can see here going horizontally and vertically. We don't need them, so just make note of whatever it is that you select on this canvas. We come onto the background, and so this one we've selected this grey second one in, and we'll go grey on here. Opacity we move up to 100%, and we'll go grey, opacity up to 100%. See, now we can't see any of these grid lines, we've just got a completely blank or clear background there. So the next thing we want to do is to, again, we can play around with our colors. If you're happy with just the standard green and green for a upwards moving candle, red for a downwards moving candle, absolutely fine. You don't need to change anything there, you can completely leave it there. If you're wanting to change and play with the colors, obviously you can just come in. So what we can do here, I'm just going to zoom in. So what we have on this chart effectively is you have the price running down the Y axis, and you have the time running along the X axis. So we can stretch out the chart by simply just clicking and holding and moving it along, or you can scroll up and down using your mouse. Same for each axis. So we can look to move things around. So I'm just going to show you here. I'm just going to get nice and zoomed in so we can see what happens when we do actually make some changes. So what we have here is we have the body, and in this first section here you have the colors for a bullish candle, so an upwards moving candle, and then you have a downwards moving candle here. and you can simply tweak those to whatever you wanted. So if you're happy with the green, you can have green. You can even go in so much as having your own color codes and adding specific color codes. So if you've managed to find a template from someone, for example, or you've got a certain color theme that you want to have, then you can go ahead and create your own color. So let's go with something quite bright blue there. We're just going to click on add. By clicking on add, it adds it into here as a new color down below. And what you're going to want to do is make the borders the same, just so it looks nice and clean. What I tend to do here with my wicks is get something. So a wick is when a candle presses down in price and it reaches a low point, but price starts heading higher and closes. What this does is it leaves behind this little line here, and you can see them on most candles. It leaves behind a little line. This is denoted as a wick, and we can go into meanings and stuff like that around the price action, but just to identify what is actually within this. So the body of the candle is denoted from the open of the candle to the close, and again, open of the candle to the close. On an upwards moving candle, on a downwards moving candle, you have the open and the close, and if the close is lower than the open, then it's going to be what's known as a bearish candle. On a upwards moving candle, we have the open and then we close higher than the open, so that's known as a bullish candle. So we've got a bullish and a bearish, and the wick is just where price has reached a certain level and then pulled back down. So it shows you how high in this one candle, how high price reached and how low price reached. So on any given candle, an open, a high, a low, and a close. So the wick, therefore, what I tend to do is to find something that is contrasting to the background so that we can visibly see the wicks, but that it is different to the color of the candles. So we just look to find something that stands out. Yeah, I mean, black stands out quite well on these. And again, it's up to you then if you want to have the borders, just so it's got a bit of the edges there, entirely up to yourself. You can play around with these colors and see what it is that you want to do. So let's just work through this. So we've got here our colors, the borders, the wicks. OHLC values, that's something that is important. So that is the open, high, low, and close, which, as you can see up here, you've got the OHLC, and this just tells you the exact pricing. So when the candle opened, what this price was. So you can see here on this axis here, you can see that it's showing you the price as I move the cursor up and down, and you can also see it up here as well. So if you just want to hover over a particular candle, you can see the values there, which comes in handy a lot later. Okay, countdown to bar close, you do want that. We don't need any of that because we won't be trading out of here. Events, you want economic events on the charts. Latest news and we don't need that. So essentially, on the chart settings, you've got the symbol. You can change the colors of all of your backgrounds, the candles, the bodies, the wicks. So for the symbol, putting line, you can see where the current price is, but we don't need to see that. So we come into scales and lines, symbol, and then value. So in summary, we can come onto symbol and change our colors, just to find colors that we do like. Don't need much change. And this is in canvas. This is where you would come to change the background and the grid lines. So as we can see here on the charts now, so we now have any of these green candles are candles where price has opened, it's pushed higher and it's closed higher than it's open. Any of the red candles are where price has opened and closed lower than the open. So I'm going to wrap it up there for this particular episode here. Now from this video you should have been able to get yourself started and signed up to TradingView and being able to work through the settings to customize your chart so that you're ready to begin and work through the next steps. Now they will be dropping shortly. I do have a lot of footage already recorded for these videos, so please make sure you do like, follow and subscribe along to make sure that you get notified on the next drops. As I say, I'm here for you to help get you started and on the way. If you have any questions at all, just drop them in the comments below and I'll be sure to come back to you on that. Thank you all for your time.